Hello, welcome to class. We're making these Ankara shorts with elastic today. These are the measurements you'll be needing. So what I'll do now, I'll place my fabric on fold, then measure the length of what I need for this. So you see, I'm trying to put in my measurements. Can you see? I'll mark it now. Then at the upper part of it, up there, I'm leaving out 2 inches, which is what I'm marking now. That's where I'll attach my elastic, that 2 inches on top. Can you see? Yes, 2 inches for my elastic. So I'm just trying to put in my measurements now. 1 yard of fabric should be enough for this. Can you see? So I've marked what I will be needing. To get the crotch for this, I will divide the hip by 4. Add ½ inch for ease. Can you see? My hip is 42, so divided by 4 is 10.5. If I add ½ inch, I'll be using 11 for my crotch depth. That's how you measure your crotch depth. Divide your hip measurement by 4. You can use it like that, or you add ½ inch. I like to add ½ inch for ease. So I'm ruling that line now for my crotch depth. I'm making a straight line there. That's what I'll use for my crotch depth. Can you see? Okay, that's my crotch depth line. Sorry. So I'll rule a vertical line there. Hope it's clear enough. Okay. So that's the horizontal line for my crotch depth, and that's the vertical line there. So the next thing I'll do now, I will mark my hip line 8 inches from my waist. That first line up there is my waistline. So I'm trying to rule my hip line now, where I'll put in my hip measurement, horizontal lines for my hip measurement. Okay, so hope this chalk is clear. So I've done that now. So the next thing I'll do, I'll start imputing that's my waistline up. That's my waistline. This is my hip line. My hip divided by 4. I'll divide my hip by 4. Put in whatever I have there. And I'll add ½ inch for sewing. So there's no need dividing my waist measurement. I'll use my hip measurement for my waist since I'm putting elastic. So now I'm moving over to my thigh, my crotch depth line. So for my thigh measurement, I'll divide my thigh into two. When you're making trousers or shorts, you divide your thighs by 2, your knee circumference by 2. It's only your hips and waist that you divide by 4. So then now I'm going to measure 2.5 inch up there. Can you see? So I'll connect it, what I just did now, on that crotch line on the other side. So now I'm trying to put in my round thigh measurement. I divided my thigh into 2. I think my thigh is 24. I divided into 2 equal parts. So I'll rule that's 6. I rule a straight line so that I'll put in the measurement so that the trouser will balance. So round my lap where I want the trouser to stop is 24. So on this side, I will take 6 inches on this side. Can you see? Then 6 inches on the other side. Can you see? So see what I'm doing. 6 inches on the other side, 6 inches, and 6 inches on the other side. That's 12. Yes, 6 inches on both sides. So I'll connect it to. Can you see? It's very simple. Divide everything, your hips measurement by 4. Divide your thigh by 2. Divide everything. I'm not using my waist measurement because it's an elastic I'm using to put it together. So I'll use my hip measurement for my waist, divide my hip by 4, added that. That's what I'll use for the waist. So I'm just trying to cut out now. I just added sewing allowance, half inch sewing allowance on the sides. I'm just trying to cut out. Please subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so you get updates when we upload new videos. So I'll try to use this one to cut out my back pattern. So I'm trying to place the remaining fabric on fold. So I'll put this one on top. Can you see? The first one, I'll put it on top as I'm doing. It's very simple. So when I'm done on that crotch area, I'm going to extend it for the back with 3 inches. Make it longer so that my hips will sit down very well. For the back crouch, can you see? So see. So I'm adding 2 inches allowance all the way. Remember, I didn't add allowance at all in the front pattern I made. Extending that place with 3 inches, that crotch area. Then on the sides, I'll just add 2 inches all the way down. So we are done. All I'll do now is just to cut it out, then I'll start joining it. It's very easy. We are using 2-inch elastic for this. Is it 2 inch or 1 inch elastic? I'll show you. So I'm still trying to cut out what I have, but I'm done. The next thing now is to start sewing. So I'll notch here so that I'll know where the front is. That's the front. So I've started sewing it. I'm joining the front piece together first, the crotch area. I'm just joining it with 1/2 inch. Can you see? I'm done doing that. I'll repeat same process for the back. Just joining the crotch part with 1/2 inch on both sides. So see what I went to do. That's where the place I just joined now. The crotch area I just joined now. So see it. Can you see? That's for the front. Yeah, that's for the front. Can you see? I used 1/2 inch to join that. Then I repeated the same process for the back. So see how it looks. So what I'll do now, I'll place the front and back together as I'm doing now. I will now join it on the sides with 1/2 inch. After joining on the side, I'll now join it at the middle. So after doing that now, that 2 inch I left at the upper part when I was cutting it now, that's what I'm folding now. Can you see it? I'm folding it to accommodate my elastic. So I'll fold it and sew all around. I'll just leave a little space where I can. So I'll leave a little space where I'll pass the elastic through. Use my safety pin to put the elastic inside. From that space I'll leave. So I'm trying to sew it round now. Remember we added this 2 inches allowance when we were cutting it for this. So that will be our band now. And we use the same measurement for the hip, for the waist, so that we have enough space. So for your elastic, see the elastic, see I'm passing it in now. Can you see? I use my safety pin. From that space I left, I'll make sure it enters. The measurement of the elastic you use, your waist measurement, subtract 3 inches from it. That's the measurement of the elastic you should use. Or you put the elastic inside and adjust it to how you want it, so you'll be comfortable. The elastic will not be so tight. Can you see what we have? So once I'm okay with how the elastic is, I will just sew it up and cover it up neatly. See, I'm still adjusting it. So the measurement of the elastic is your waist measurement minus 3 inches. See now, see what we have. So beautiful. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Thank you.